We have a major CO2 jump. Let me give you the details. Since the year 1979, CO2 has doubled, according to NOAA. Now this is official. We've never had an official one before, but it is now official. But there's a lot more bad news than just that. This will cause even more sea level rise, more droughts, more heat waves, and more flooding. So they're going to have to tack on to the equations of global climate change and the speed of it. This information will have to be added, which means things are getting worse faster. Of course, most people on this channel has known that since pink barrio was invented. Invented? Put you under sort of an umbrella. It's very drippy and foggy this morning. So between 1980 and 1990, the CO2 increase has increased from 1.5 parts per million per year annually to 2.9 parts per million annually. So you may say, well, who's NOAA? Who cares about what NOAA says? Well, NOAA happens to have 80 land measuring devices all over the world, measuring CO2, methane, and hydrofluoric HFCs. So next, we have to go find another dry spot and talk about these CFCs. So the chemical CFCs, you may remember, was an issue about eating the ozone layer in the Arctic and Antarctic. Well, those CFCs, CFC HCFC-22 and HFC-134A are both down. They are very powerful greenhouse gases, and those emissions have dropped sharply. Good news, or is it? CFC-12 and 11 have risen sharply because they're replacing the refrigerant with those CFCs. So now these are very powerful greenhouse gases and are going up. But that's not the only thing in the greenhouse gas emissions that are going up. All right, well, we're caught in a drizzle downpour here in San Francisco. Let's move on. This spot will not work. And let's talk about methane, of course. Another very powerful greenhouse gas, rising very quickly. Since 2013, methane has risen from 8.7 parts per billion to 12.6 parts per billion. So, nitrous oxide is also a very powerful greenhouse gas, lasts for a very long time, and is sharply rising. Not good. Many scientists are now saying that these gases are rising so fast that in our lifetime we could see huge human die-offs, much bigger and longer and worse than what we see now with all the war going on and the refugees. That refugees could be all over the world shortly, going from one place to another, trying to escape the military-industrial complex. But climate change is also going to play a huge part in humans' future. Now that the Orange Man has taken the U.S. out of the Paris Climate Accords, and the speech he made afterwards, unbelievable. Just absolute unbelievable. It has to be an attack on the U.S. And those people clapping? Is there really that many stupid people in our government that would clap to that? What does that tell you about the U.S. government? I think we're in a lot of trouble. History has seen a lot of bad leaders. Just look at Roman history and you'll see a whole slew of bad leaders and only a handful of good ones. There seems to be a ratio of about 100 to 1 bad to good as world leaders go. So it's up to us. All the people out there have to do whatever they can do to stop consuming so much stuff, stop driving so much, and try not to use plastic whenever possible. So it looks like I need to put the cover over the camera and get ready to go back into the pouring drizzle, dripping rain. So until next time, and I certainly do appreciate the comments you guys are leaving. They're really good. And I appreciate all the ups and the downs and the new subscribers. YouTube has let us have 3 new subscribers in the last 2.5 months. Wow. Thank you, YouTube. I feel so proud.